When Diddy's freak-off empire finally crumbled, one woman didn't hesitate to name names. Jaguar Wright has been dropping allegations so explosive that entire careers are hanging in the balance. But this latest revelation, it goes beyond parties. It goes beyond money. It's about a systematic infection spreading through Hollywood's elite female circle. And the women who survived it are finally being exposed.
Last freak-off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million.
But here's where it gets darker. These weren't just tapes, they were evidence. And the women in them, they didn't all leave unscathed.
There's a lot of entrapment relationships, there's a lot of setup relationships, there's a lot of stuff.
And then she drops it.
When she married that billionaire, all of that was going on when Diddy was harassing her.
3 clips, 3 levels of exposure. Now let's connect the dots nobody else is brave enough to connect. For years, people whispered about Diddy's freak-offs, but what nobody talked about openly was the price of admission to that inner circle. According to multiple sources close to the industry, there was a disturbing pattern. If you wanted access to Diddy's world, you had to accept what came with it.
I think they all got the alphabet. Now, bear with me, guys, because I'm not even trying to cap. I looked at it like this. You know they're not using condoms, right? So if you're in a party not using condoms, it ain't like you can catch something twice, right? You know, so if you already got something, ain't like you can catch it again.
This wasn't just reckless behavior. This was a calculated ecosystem. The theory being floated in industry circles is that the tighter a celebrity's bond with Diddy, the more likely they were exposed to his condition. And some of them didn't even know what they were walking into. Let's start with someone whose name carries weight, Janet Jackson. She doesn't air dirty laundry, but Jaguar claims she had no choice.
Oh.
Because he's been harassing her.
Oh, shit.
For years. Yeah.
Janet? Damn.
And they won't talk about it.
According to Jaguar's allegations, Janet endured years of harassment from Diddy. But the real story goes deeper. Jaguar revealed that Janet had to make survival choices, hard ones, choices that included getting out of Diddy's orbit by marrying a billionaire.
She did what she had to do to survive. She's strong.
Janet Jackson didn't just disappear from the scene. She strategically removed herself. She had a baby with her billionaire husband. She built a separate life. This was a survival strategy. Now we shift to someone whose involvement was allegedly different, Young Miami. While Janet was allegedly targeted and harassed, Young Miami's situation presents a murkier picture.
Let's be clear. She's a sex worker. She was labeled on the logs. Her and the JT, the city bitch, ain't no different than the Diddy dirty money.
This is where it gets uncomfortable. Jaguar isn't framing Young Miami as a victim. She's framing her as a participant who knew exactly what she was getting into, or at least she accepted the terms to stay in the circle.
You were given the illusion of elevation. Truth is, you got paid all of that money so you wouldn't go to the police. You got paid all of that money to convince more is to come and take the damage that you don't want to take.
But here's the complication. If she was infected, does consent matter? If she was 19 years old when this started, as Jaguar implies multiple times, was she really in a position to consent to anything? The difference between Janet Jackson and Young Miami's narratives isn't that one is guilty and one is innocent. It's that one was allegedly hunted and one was allegedly groomed into compliance. Then there's Jennifer Lopez. And J-Lo's story isn't about her being infected. It's about her allegedly being complicit.
But that's what Jennifer Lopez said. When she married that billionaire, all of that was going on when Diddy was harassing.
But Jaguar goes even further. According to her, J-Lo wasn't just a victim of harassment. She was part of the machinery. Lil Rod named her in his lawsuit, claiming she carried Diddy's gun into Club New York during the 1999 shooting. That's not the behavior of someone who was purely victimized. Jaguar has never hidden her disdain for Jennifer Lopez. She calls her fake. She says everything about her career is built on lies and on doing whatever Diddy told her to do. And if Jaguar's allegations hold weight, then J-Lo wasn't just someone who attended freak-offs, she was someone who facilitated them. She might have been someone who knowingly exposed others while protecting herself. But we're not done. Jaguar has been methodically building a list that extends far beyond Janet, Young Miami, and Jennifer Lopez. She's mentioned Beyonce, specifically in the context of the anonymous lawsuit where she was allegedly Celebrity B, the woman in the room during an alleged assault. She's mentioned Naomi Campbell, whose name appeared repeatedly on Epstein flight records and who was a regular at the kinds of parties where Diddy's freak-offs allegedly happened.
Like, I'm still shocked that there's nothing about Naomi Campbell really coming forward yet. I'm surprised. I'm like bitterly surprised. Her Yeah, her
Yeah, they
time.
said her name was on the list like the most as far as like flight records.
Yeah,
She was on a lot of flights.
a lot of flights.
And then there's the freak-off tape Diddy allegedly sold on the darknet for $500 million, a tape that featured multiple women, including Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. This is where the narrative explodes outward, because while everyone was focused on male celebrities allegedly infected by Diddy, Magic Johnson, Usher, nobody was asking the crucial question: who did they pass it to? And who passed it to the women around them? For decades, Magic Johnson claimed he caught HIV from multiple women without protection. But according to Jaguar Wright's latest allegations, that's not the full story. Magic allegedly caught it at Diddy's freak-offs, and he allegedly caught it from both men and women while attending these parties.
Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually made business, bank exchange, created dollars in real black neighborhoods, so real black families.
But here's what Jaguar emphasizes. Magic cut ties after his diagnosis. He didn't continue the cycle, which means, and this is critical, he didn't knowingly expose women to a condition he got at Diddy's parties. The same can't be said for everyone. Then there's Usher. And Usher's story is the most disturbing because it shows how the infection spread vertically through generations.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
At 13 and 14 years old, Usher was placed in Diddy's home. Diddy allegedly slept in the same bed with him every night. And according to leaked emails from Kim Porter's book, Diddy allegedly gave Usher an STD during this period.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
But the implications get darker. Years later, in 2017, Usher was sued by a woman who claimed he gave her herpes, a condition he allegedly contracted from Diddy when he was barely a teenager. So the chain looks like this. Diddy infected a child. That child, once grown, spread the infection to women who had no idea where it came from. Those women are now potential vectors themselves. It's a biological chain of victimization. Now we zoom out and look at the evidence that already exists. Kim Porter, Diddy's on and off girlfriend and mother of 4 of his children, allegedly endured years of violence and abuse that left physical marks.
I told people this, and now everybody, after Cassie report comes out, everybody want to show the picture now. You see a picture on the internet going with Puff, right hand is in a bandage. That's the night I was called by Paul to meet him over at St. Luke's Hospital.
But the violence wasn't one way. Kim allegedly fought back hard enough to wound Diddy, hard enough that he required hospitalization.
She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I know he tore some ligament, but he almost hit an artery or came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit because he just kept bleeding.
From that point on, according to Gene, Diddy became obsessed with pain medication. The injury triggered an addiction that would define his behavior for years to come. But Cassie's story parallels Kim's in critical ways.
And I'm recording this whole shit. FYI, tell me what the you're talking about. Because this is not cool. We're not playing.
Cassie accused Diddy of forcing her into a promiscuous lifestyle, trafficking her across state lines, and coercing her into sexual acts with multiple men. This wasn't just abuse. This was systematic exploitation designed to keep her trapped and compliant. And if Jaguar's allegations are accurate, this lifestyle also exposed her to disease. Here's where it becomes truly evil. Diddy didn't just abuse these women. He allegedly documented it, and then he sold the documentation.
Last freak off tape that just got sold on the darknet, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million.
Think about that. Diddy is allegedly selling videos of his crimes to raise cash. Videos that feature multiple female celebrities. Videos that show the conditions these women were in. Videos that might be used as blackmail or insurance.
Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the darknet his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
But it gets worse. One of those tapes, according to Jaguar, features Diddy's own twin daughters dressed as prostitutes and auctioned off as NFTs, connected to a darknet cryptocurrency designed to facilitate human trafficking.
That's why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark fucking coin.
This isn't just about celebrity gossip anymore. This is about documented evidence of child exploitation being monetized on the darknet. But the most explosive revelation is still coming, because Jaguar hasn't just identified the female celebrities at Diddy's freak-offs, she's identified 20+ people in the industry who allegedly have STDs connected to Diddy's activities.
20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
Wait, please name them.
When asked to name them, she refused. But she made a promise. She's bringing the names to her own show, the Jaguar Wright Show, where she can control the narrative and the evidence.
I'm not doing
Wait a minute.
things that I'll be discussing on the Jaguar Wright Show from here on.
The implication is devastating. There are at least 20 more people, celebrities, industry figures, people with power and reach, who are potentially infected and allegedly connected to Diddy's activities. And Jaguar has the medical records to prove it. And then there's Jay-Z. Because according to Jaguar, the reason Diddy became the face of all this scandal isn't because he's the only one involved. It's because he's being sacrificed.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Jaguar's theory is that Jay-Z has been systematically destroying other powerful men to consolidate his own power. And Diddy is just the latest casualty in a pattern that goes back decades.
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it off.
Jay-Z should be charged.
The list is long, the implications are massive, and according to Jaguar, none of these people are being held accountable because the media is too focused on Diddy to notice the bigger picture. When you pull all of this together, a horrifying pattern emerges. It's not just that Diddy allegedly had a condition and exposed people to it. It's that he allegedly targeted vulnerable people, young artists like Usher, ambitious women like Cassie, people hungry for access and elevation like Young Miami, groomed them into compliance, using promises of wealth, fame, and access to make them accept increasingly depraved situations, exposed them to disease, either directly or through the people he'd already infected, documented the abuse, creating a permanent record of their victimization, monetized the evidence, selling tapes on the darknet to the highest bidder, silenced them through threat, blackmail, and strategic media distraction, making sure the focus stayed on anyone but himself. Female celebrities like Janet Jackson had to escape into billionaire marriages to get away from him. Young Miami allegedly had to accept payments to stay quiet. Women who attended parties trusted the wrong people, made survival choices they had to live with forever. And there's a man in a cell who allegedly profited from every single one of those stories before getting caught.
Just not Memphis.
Just not Memphis.
Whether Diddy ever walks free or not, the damage is done. The infections are real. The tapes are out there. And the women who survived his world are still dealing with the consequences. Jaguar Wright isn't done talking, and neither should we be.